this is a part of the podcast where I give you any marketing or business advice. And so, is there anything that that you need help with? You need to think through anything that you're struggling with that I can help?
Yeah, I'm trying to get more scalable and move into verticals that do that, that are not labor based. Product or digital product, or physical product or digital good. Um, on the digital side, I can see the scalability, obviously, in my positioning as bent lamination. Um,
Hmm.
that niche is fairly small. So I'm wondering, how do you test these without putting, I also don't want to put out content that's not at the level that I'm proud to present.
Yeah,
So there's not like a MVP of a course. I just refuse to put out something that isn't going to give value to people.
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, I think so in my sort of process and work with clients is it's like three parts. One is understanding your brand and understanding who you are. Mission, vision, values. It's almost like I think in many ways when you hit 100,000, I'd love it for people when they see you that you are on your own journey and they are supporting that. So that's kind of like the tone that I think needs to happen in order for you to get there. And I feel like a lot of people, especially in the woodworking space, are a little afraid to go there. They're afraid to position themselves as like the star. They're the reluctant to even acknowledge that they are star, right? And so for me, I think about you and your brand. Think about like what's the journey that you're on and how can you use your content to bring people along that journey so that there's life beyond the piece that you're creating, because I feel like you would potentially open up even more opportunities there. So like you can get the wood nerds, but you can get the people that just like truly care about fine furniture and having a piece in your home, right? In their home. That's on the brand side. On the community side, you got 115,000 subscribers. How big is your email list?
Working on it. Just started it really. Storydesign.io. Shameless plug. It's like 500.
Oh, yeah, you need to like relentlessly. And so the way that I would do this is by saying October 1, I'm launching my premium newsletter. Sign up now. And you can probably get a couple giveaways from your sponsors to
All right.
incentivize people to do that and leverage
Got a
and
Fuji 5 stage.
yeah, and build up your mailing list so that it's a couple thousand and come up with a cadence for putting out regular content. It's a little bit low touch than the videos, but you want to make it so that your open rates are super high, super duper high. And maybe it's every 2 weeks, maybe it's every week, but you're going through something and you're building something, and that just needs to be articulated to your audience so that they feel like they are part. So like before, I didn't mention this. I used to run a nonprofit, and I ran it for 18 years. And there's something that I learned when you're doing something, uh, nonprofit charity related, is that people want to support causes and movements and communities. And you know who does that really well? Oh man, 731. You know him?
I've seen his channel. Yeah.
Yeah. He does that really well. Like he puts out who exactly he is. Um, he's a former state patrolman who quit his job to do this. He started making money on the side, selling on Facebook Marketplace. Like I think he just like I think when he hit like 200,000, he like went full time. He like his wife just quit, right? Like they're God-fearing people, like they're, religious, like they put themselves out there. They created a Facebook group, and I think there's probably like 30,000 people in there. I don't know how big his mailing list is, but like, so to me, I think about like coalescing and getting your community together and like give it like pouring free content, I mean, like your YouTube stuff, like that you can probably take your YouTube videos, break those up, and there's different pieces of content and lessons and insights and learnings from there. And so for me, I think about like you're a super pensive person, you're detail oriented, you have this design aesthetic, which is very, you say it's unintentional, but you know what you like. But like if you can put that out there more and bring your audience closer to you, then you can find out exactly what they want in order for you to um to create a product that they would like. Because I don't know if anybody else needs a course, right? Like I
I don't
don't
know that
know.
there's any other courses on bent lamination and the stuff that I'm wanting to put out.
Yeah, so for me, that's what I'm saying. Like if you get everybody together in one little community, then it'd be so much easier. I mean, it's the same thing with YouTube and Facebook and Instagram. They give out this content, they build this that like they make it so easy for you to consume. They reward people for consuming it and spending more time on it, and they capture the eyeballs and then they monetize. Whatever you get per video could instantly increase by 25-30% by having a large mailing list, because no matter what, views are one thing. Emails, you can look at your spam folder. People are still sending emails, right? Open rates are much higher than they are on posts. Posts, what do you get? Like 5%? You could potentially get a 30%, 40% open rate on an email. And I bet you someone like you, if you start like putting out like very detailed, not detailed, but like intimate. That's what it is. That's the word. It's like you build intimacy with your audience, then you can truly understand who they are. So that's what I would do. Launch a newsletter this fall. Build an
Oh, it's already launched. It's actually going out in this next video is the like hard launch of it.
cool. So just grow it. Grow it.
Yeah.
Do some and then the next phase after that would potentially be uh like a Discord community or a Facebook community to get people together.
Yeah, I started a subreddit. I have a problem with Discord. I feel like any Discord that has over 50 members
Mm-hmm.
is just so noisy. I wish they had a better like threading ability, topical type stuff. Facebook
Oh
makes a lot of sense.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's about the only thing I use Facebook for anymore is groups.
yeah. So anyway, I mean that's what I would do. I would, and then ask once you get everybody together in one area, they can network, they can grow. Like, dude, you know how so even with this podcast, you know, we range between 20 to 30,000 downloads a month. I can in 2 weeks, I can send an email out if I'm traveling to Denver or Dallas, and I can get 50 people to show up. That's the level where you want to be, where you can send an email out or make a couple posts, and because people know who you are and they feel connected to you, that you can have an in-person event. That is
Yeah.
how you gain leverage with sponsors as well, you know. And you can command more because you have another touch point for your audience.
It also builds authority in the space if there's actually people wanting to show up for you.
Exactly, exactly. Is that helpful?
Yeah, I think a lot of that affirms what I am already working on doing. Next, speaking of in person, I'll be, I guess, in 2 weeks, Texas Woodworking Festival put on by Austin School of Furniture. I'll be teaching 2 courses.
Cool.
Speaking at Workbench Con in the spring, and then Mark Adams just invited me out to put on a 1 week furniture course next summer. So
Sick. That's
lots of
awesome, man.
yeah.
That's awesome. Cool. Well, any last bit of parting advice for the Woodpreneur community?
I think in all else, relentlessness really is your best friend. Just keep there's no failures. It's just on to the next thing. Keep going. It's we didn't pick this because it's easy. We picked it for the challenge.
For sure. For sure. Cool. Well, what's your Instagram and your website?
Yeah, Instagram Sawyer_design. If you don't know how to spell Sawyer, you were listening to the wrong podcast.
I think everybody knows that it's called Twitter. Yeah.
And then yeah, Sawyer Design on YouTube. I've got some project courses and a design course coming out. You can sign up for the newsletter to be notified about that at sawyerdesign.io. And yeah, hit me up on Instagram, Threads. I'm liking Threads. Speaking of community, that's I like
You like it?
the lighter touch, the less production.
Yeah. Yeah. For
It's
sure.
cool.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you so much, Nick, for your time, and I look forward to getting the story out.
Awesome. Yeah, I appreciate you having me on. This has been fun.
All right. Take care.
Cool. Catch you later.